Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to go over a couple things about this food truck of mine that really makes sense when you're buying a food truck. Most people, start out in the business. They're expecting failure. They want to buy the cheapest food truck that they could find to see if they can make a business out of it. And a lot of times, what you're doing when you do that is you're defeating yourself right out of the gate. And then when you finally get out there with your food truck, you realize you just bought something that may cost you, you know, $15,000, $20,000, but in reality, you just bought yourself something that is going to be useless to you when you first start working it, and you're going to be kicking yourself in the behind for not getting the right equipment. Because once you actually start getting out there and you get some volume, it's going to be just very difficult to work the truck. Anyway, this particular truck, my truck that I'm selling, okay, I'm going to go over a few things on it, and you're going to see where it really makes sense to spend a little extra money. You're going to make the money back, and you're going to ensure yourself success. All right, if you look at this truck here, I'm showing you these two encased boxes, one here and one over here, okay? Um, what's inside of these boxes, enclosed boxes, and they lock, okay, you can see the locks here and here, okay, are 100-pound propane tanks, okay. Many trucks that you're going to find that are cheaper than my truck, all right, are going to have these little itty bitty propane tanks. You might only have one of them on the outside. Now, this particular truck has about 3, 4 sources of power, but even the more the trucks that have different sources of power, propane is going to predominantly be the power of choice that you're going to be running your truck with. And one of the reasons that you're going to be running it with propane is because when you get out on the road, um, most people that operate these trucks are not going to have a place where they can plug into electric. Your grill, your deep fryer, your steam tables, a lot of your cooking devices are run by propane anyhow. So propane is a big source of your power, powering your truck. And the last thing that you want to do is buy a truck that's not going to have enough propane reserve on it, because if you get to the point where you have customers, and believe me, propane goes fast, and you don't have enough propane, it's gonna stop you from doing business. You're gonna have to stop what you're doing. You're gonna have to go take one of your tanks and throw it in your car, close your doors, and then you're gonna have to go fill it up with propane. It's not a pretty sight when you have a line of people waiting for you at lunch hour. Okay, so getting back to my truck, all right, I have 200-pound propane tanks. They're the biggest ones you can get. They're probably close to 6 feet tall, all right, and they sit in these enclosed cases here. You got one here and one here, and the beauty of the system of this truck is when one propane tank goes empty, you can also automatically turn a valve, okay, and then the other one starts working, okay. So you always know that you're going to have one backup of propane in reserve. And believe it or not, in a very busy event, you probably may go through two of these 100-pound propane tanks, okay. So you really don't want to be running back and forth for propane. It's bad enough you're going to have to do errands like I did every morning for bread, to pick up bagels, um, stop at Restaurant Depot, a lot of different things. You might even run out of stuff while you're vending. So this is a definite plus. A lot of these trucks do not have it. Okay, these two huge propane storage tanks. Okay, and you definitely want to get a truck that has 100-pound propane tanks, and probably at least two of them, I would say. Okay, thank you for your time. Um, check out my next video.